Hello everyone, this is Angel of Angel Hawari Art, and in this video I wanted to talk about starting chains and specifically how to keep your starting chain from twisting, especially when you have a large number of chains and you're going to be joining the ends to start working in the round. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show two ways. I think it's kind of the normal way that everybody does it. And it's not difficult, but sometimes it can be a little tricky, especially with really long starting chains. And then there's another way where you anchor the end of your chain so that it can't twist. And I will show you both of those. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we'll start with, I guess we'll just call it the normal method. And I think this is probably the way that most people probably do a starting chain. You put a slip knot on your hook, and then you just work the number of chains that you need. We'll do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And this isn't an especially long chain, and it's not really twisting at all, but just for demonstration purposes. So I would do the number of chains, whether it was 100, 200, whatever, and then just work my way down the length of the chain, straightening it until I get to the opposite end, and then I would just hold them parallel to one another with the chains facing up, and then turn the ends in towards one another, and then slip stitch in right there into that first starting chain. And I like to kind of turn the slip knot behind the hook a little, and then you just slip stitch right through, and that makes a nice little ring. You can tighten up the tail on the starting at the beginning, and there you go. You have a nice little tidy ring, and you can start working round one. And then the other way, we'll just call it the anchor method. You will work the first few chains that you need. So we'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your hook right in through that top loop like this. And this is going to anchor the end of your chain so it can't move while you're working. And then you're just going to put your hook back into the working loop and work the rest of your chains. And when you get the number of chains that you need, which all you're going to do is just pull a slip stitch like that, and you have a nice tidy little ring. Chain 1, and then start working the stitches for round 1. The only other thing that I would mention, of course, is you have to just kind of take the time to double check your stitch count in your chain and make sure, however you're joining your ends, that that you got the right number of stitches you need as the foundation for your project. So that is all it is, and I hope that that kind of helps. I know that it just, the first time, I think it was for a crochet hat that I started a chain that I had to then join. It felt kind of awkward, and since there were more chains, it did seem like they kind of just wanted to twist all over, and depending on what yarn you use, some of it is a little more twisty than others. But I hope that helps. If you would take a moment to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment, like if this was helpful, like what you thought, if there's another way that you know of that you find really super helpful. I don't know, it's nice hearing from you guys, and engagement really does help my channel. It helps other people find it and connect with my channel and more information on crochet, and birds of a feather flock together and all that stuff. Like All right, I'm just rambling now, but you guys have fun and happy stitching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, everybody.